Our modern lives run on electricity. From charging our phones to making toast, we depend on power plants to keep things running. Most power plants burn fossil fuels, coal or natural gas, to produce heat which turns water into steam, spins turbines, and generates electricity. But there's another way to make power, and it's far more energy dense. Think about this. Burning 1 kilogram of coal gives you about 24 megajoules of energy. But 1 kilogram of uranium, over 3 million megajoules. That's why nuclear power is so incredible. It's about harnessing the vast potential of neutrons and the strong nuclear force. Now, you're not going to plug your toaster into a neutron source. Nuclear power plants don't work that way. Instead, we use nuclear reactions to heat water, which spins turbines just like fossil fuel plants. The benefits over coal all lie in the nuclear core. Inside the reactor, fission starts when a neutron strikes a U-235 nucleus, splitting it into small nuclei and releasing energy in more neutrons. These neutrons go on to split other nuclei, creating a chain reaction. Here's a small-scale example. Each mousetrap represents a nucleus, and each ping-pong ball is a neutron. Some of the mousetraps are fissionable nuclei, and some are not. In the US, uranium ore contains only a tiny amount, less than 0.3% of uranium oxide, and most of the uranium is the non-fissionable isotope U-238, with just 0.7% being the fissionable U-235. If there aren't enough fissionable mousetraps close together, the reaction dies out quickly. Let's try this. Not much happened. To sustain a nuclear chain reaction, we need a high enough concentration of fissile material. To use it in reactors, we enrich the uranium to about 5% U-235, a process involving methods like gaseous diffusion, gas centrifuges, or even lasers. This low-rich uranium is then turned into pellets, which are loaded into fuel rods. Highly enriched uranium starts at 20%, and weapons-grade uranium is 90% or higher. Now look at all these traps. This represents 100% enrichment. Watch what happens next. That's a nuclear chain reaction. That was a little out of control, to say the least. This is where control rods come in. These rods, made of materials like boron, cadmium, and hafnium, absorb neutrons and slow the chain reaction. For example, boron-10 captures neutrons through this reaction. Let's see them in action. Here we use sticky flypaper to represent the control rods. See? The reaction slowed down. Like ping pong balls sticking to flypaper, neutrons are captured by the control rods. By inserting or withdrawing the rods, we can adjust the reaction rate and prevent the reaction from spiraling out of control. In an emergency, all the control rods are fully inserted, shutting down the reaction completely and stopping energy production. Nuclear power is an extremely efficient energy source, generating an immense amount of energy from enriched uranium through controlled chain reactions. Control rods are essential for absorbing neutrons and managing the reaction safely. Now, don't get me wrong, nuclear power is energy dense, but it also can be controversial in some communities. Abandoned uranium mining efforts across the Southwest, especially within the Navajo Nation, have left local residents facing serious health issues. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is working with the community to clean up these mines, and researchers like Dr. Danny Ingram are working with the Navajo Nation to investigate the health impacts on the people. So please, as we learn about nuclear reactions and the positive role they might play in the future energy, we must also be mindful of the potential impacts they can have on people and the environment. And that's Real Chem.